What's up, everybody? Big Herc 916. You're tuned into another live stream. Thank you for supporting. I appreciate all the positive comments. We're doing a lot of big things over here, and yeah, man, we love y'all. If you guys haven't got a chance to visit our website, please do so and check out freshoutseries.com and pick you up some merch. You know, we got that level 4 testosterone booster for those of you who are trying to bust some cheeks or get your swole on and, you know, just recover from your workouts. Pick you up some of this and have you right. Also, we have the yard time, you guys. We got Candy Pruno, Tropical. We have grape, orange hooch. So pick you up some yard time. 300 milligrams of caffeine. Great to get your morning going. Get you a little energy in the mornings or before your workouts. Just don't drink it too late at night. But pick you up some, man. Freshoutseries.com. Also, you know, we got the merch, t-shirts, tank tops, wig splitter shorts, wig splitter hats coming real soon, and wig splitter beanies coming soon. So make sure you guys stay on top of that. We're almost at that 500,000 mark, and we're going to do the big giveaway. So make sure you guys have subscribed to the website, because only people who subscribed will get a chance to win the grand prize. We got money we're giving away for first place, flat screen is second place, third place a commissary package. So make sure you guys sign up for that. A lot of great interviews coming up. We just dropped a couple cool prison talks this past week. Make sure you guys subscribe to our Instagram, our Twitter, Fresh Out Series. And also, for some motivation in your life, subscribe to Big Herc 916 on YouTube. You know, a lot of positivity, a lot of motivation. I'm talking cars. Make sure you guys check out the Instagram, Twitter, Big Herc 916. I'll be picking up Paid in Full tomorrow, the NSX. So stay tuned. I'm gonna put a video on my page, on the web, on the YouTube, Big Herc 916, and I just got big brakes, got a lift kit, got the paint touched up, and ready for the meet and greet this weekend. If you guys can make it out to San Diego, go check out the meet and greet at Rancho Santa Fe. I'll be there from 9 to 11 checking out some sick-ass cars. So if you guys can make it, I would love to see you. Talk cars with you guys. Go to our Instagram and our Twitter for the location, the exact location. And I would love to see you guys down there, man, at the meet and greet Saturday. So that's what's up. Shout out to all of our Super Chat members, everybody who's been donating, all the Patreon members, everybody who's been giving us, you know, rolling with us. Really appreciate you guys, man. Today we have Felicity Huffman. We have already, you know, you guys are familiar with it. We talked about it before. The pay your way to college situation. 14 days in jail. She'll be at Dublin. She'll be out before she really gets acclimated. So no big deal. But the big thing is whether or not we feel that it was equal punishment. And the thing is, we stress punishment, but why, if you didn't really hurt anybody, why should you have to go to prison anyways for something so minor? I mean, even the black woman who, Dwayne Carr, thanks for the donation, who also got convicted. She got convicted, though, for falsifying her address so her son could go to a better school, and also she got convicted for 2 drug offenses. But the thing is, man, when you're out here and you're trying to make it, you're trying to take care of your kids, your family, you do what you got to do, man. Some people are willing to take that chance. And I'm not saying it's right, but, man, what do? You let your kids starve, or you get out here and try to hustle? And the thing is, whoever the undercover was agent she sold to, I mean, come on, dude. I mean, you give people drug diversion all day. So you mean to tell me she deserved to go to prison? You know, it's a bunch of bull, man. I mean, the system is broke and needs to be reformed. You locking up all these people. You locking up people who, if they had another opportunity or, you know, some type of program, wouldn't that be a better out than putting them in jail? I mean, you know, that's the big question. It's not a matter of the time. It's like, why have it anyways? You know, what's the point? You know, okay, if you're messing with little kids, you're hurting old people, you're robbing, you're doing things, yeah, you got to go away for a little. You got to go away. You know, you got to be taught a lesson. But some of these people, as far as the things that they're doing, does it really require jail time? But you know, the other defendant, she went to trial, and we'll see what happens with her. They're gonna probably make an example out of her because she had a plea deal and she didn't take it. So she's gonna probably be looking at some time. But at the end of the day, man, I mean, you make sacrifices for your kids, and we know that this is nothing new. Rich people have been paying to go to college for a long time. That's the game, man. If you're not familiar with that game in America, then I don't know what rock you've been living under. But at the same time, I heard so many kids are trying to get into college fair and square, and people are just buying their way in. System is broken. I agree, man. But it's surprising. Dude, it's not surprising. Go back 30 years, 40 years, let's go back 60 years. Man, they wouldn't even let black people go to a white college. You know, they had to get police escort. Go back, 60, 70, 80 years. You know what I mean? Dude, it's not that long ago. You know, somebody's grandparents experienced this. So the school system is garbage anyways. You know, they don't really want people up in there together. It's garbage, man. You know? Becky should have took the deal, man. They're gonna knock her upside the head with that time, though. What's my thoughts on a woman that accused Antonio Brown after she was no longer a part of his business ventures? I think that Antonio Brown, man, he's playing with the mob, man. The NFL mob, you know, he pissed off some people. You know, they have people that do things, man, and they wouldn't holler at her. And, you know, they figured his character is, you know, if they can affect that, then hey, you know, that affects all his endorsement deals. So that's the thing, man. It's all a business, and you piss off the wrong people, you will get checked. You know what I mean? You guys, there's a lot of people playing checkers, and these guys are playing chess. You know? Homeschooling before the government cracks down. Yeah, Antonio Brown is getting played, man. You know, it's a game, man. It's like the female, if you guys been keeping up, the female that Kevin Hart said, the filming him in the Vegas hotel, right? Well, she flipped it and said that him and his friend were setting her up to make a sex tape, and now she's suing him. That's how crazy the game is, man. She turned around and flipped it on him now, saying that he was seeking exposure to try to further his career by making a sex tape. Yes, I am live on YouTube also. Would you have paid for your kid if you had the opportunity? You damn right. You know what I mean? The people who say they don't pay, you know what they do? They buy buildings for the school. They get halls named after themselves. And that's how their kids get into these schools. Let me tell you, right, going to the right school. Now, you still got to put in the work. I mean, your kid can't be sitting in there picking his nose, you know, not doing his homework. You still got to put in some work. But going to the right school, being around the right people will change your life, man. I'm telling you, it's no different than these guys who have these country clubs where they play golf at, and it costs $250,000 a year. But before you can become a member, you have to be voted in. It's the same thing, man. It's a whole clique of ballers, a clique within, and that's the United States, man. That's the circle, That's what people don't realize, how this country operates, man. Oh yeah, if you guys haven't got a chance, check out the LAD Bible post video today. Don't drop your soap. It's all over Facebook. It's on the internet. You guys make it go viral. If you haven't checked it out, go peep it out. Don't drop the soap. Prison Talk. That thing is about to reach the 100 million mark. It's about to blow, you guys. So check it out. School about lifelong connections. You're right. It's all about connections, man. Somebody said, why don't these guys just take their money and leave the women alone? These situations happen so much, it's ridiculous. They don't learn from someone else's mistakes. No, I didn't gamble in prison. But I did help the homie with the ticket, and I made my little money from the guys who did gamble. But I didn't gamble. Yeah, you got to record everything. If you are a celebrity, if you're an athlete, if you're a politician, a businessman, if you're just a regular dude, you better have you a camera somewhere, because if you piss her off, she can come back 30 years later, like Bill Cosby, and basically you can get thrown under the bus. So, you better watch yourself, man. Don't, put yourself in a situation that could come back to haunt you. Big Herc, would you ever start a school? Actually, I would, maybe not necessarily a school, unless I partnered up with some people who were involved in education, but I would like to do something to help mentor young men on how to be men and on how to actually carry themselves in society. I think we're in dire need of male mentoring. The Real Guido, thanks for donation. Can you talk about the Tekashi trial? Man, what's there to talk about? Tekashi told. Tory Lanez was just talking about today. I seen on Instagram, and he was saying, man, Tekashi was a cool guy, and he was funny, and even though outside of him doing his music, he was still cool. Well, this is how it works in prison. This is how it works in the streets, in the lifestyle, which the prisons are being run by people who tell anyways now. But you should never put yourself in a position where you have to tell on somebody. He didn't have to be a blood. Nobody told him to run around and claim Treyway and start trying to, send his homeboys to go do hits for him and go to Chicago and start funking with Chief Keef and funking with Slim 400 and YG. Didn't nobody tell him to go out here and start beefing with everybody? He wanted to be all he could be, man. Tekashi played himself. He played himself and then told and thinking, I got a family. No, man, these people had families too, and you didn't care. You were robbing people. You having guns drawn on people, man. You played yourself, and that's the thing, man. Don't get involved in the game if you ain't ready to reap the consequences. It's all good, but this is what you got to remember. It's just like when people tell and they say, well, they had no loyalty. Well, the thing is, you knew that's the game. The game has no loyalty. The streets have no loyalty. That's done. You got mob bosses telling on each other. So you can't say that, no, don't get involved with the lifestyle. You ain't got to run around being a tough guy, trying to be some gangster, filming everything. He was a buster, man. He was a very talented musician who blew up real quick only because he manipulated the gang culture and used people around him to try to boost his street credibility. He was a buster, man. People were like, oh, I remember when he did all that, and he was a buster. He was a figurehead, man, and he ruined a lot of people's lives, and he got a lot of kids involved in stuff they shouldn't have got involved in. He should have been telling them to leave that lifestyle alone. He's a buster, man. Josh and Jesus. Proud that I have got my first ever DM from Big Herc. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, man, that's what I got to say about that. So you know, it's you know, when you look at things, man, in the big picture, man, you got to always look at 10 years down the line. You know, whatever you're doing, how it's going to affect you. Somebody said everybody acts hard until they wave 25 in your face. What was the biggest thing you had to ever overcome besides being thrown in prison? Just accept the responsibility for my actions and who I am as a person. See, a lot of people don't want to accept responsibility. They want to blame this guy. He was going to do this to me. Or this person did this to me. Or I never had a dad. Or I was, you know, I was a product of the streets or a product of this. Hey, man, get over it. Accept responsibility and move on. Quit your crying, man. Que habla español poquito. Somebody asked me if I spoke Spanish. Necesito estudio mucho. No, muy bien. What about R. Kelly? He played himself. R. Kelly played himself. Regardless of what everybody else was doing, R. Kelly had no business messing with them young people. And no young girls, their families should be you know, basically brought into court because they the ones who allowed it to go on. You know damn well your daughter ain't supposed to be hanging out with some dude 20-something years old, 30 years old. Daughter 14, 15, dude come over to the house, he got a full beard. You know what I mean, in the Maybach. Come on, man. They know better than that. Major difference between medium and max in the feds. I was never in the max. I was in the high and I was in a medium. Max is like Florence, Colorado. You don't see daylight. You're locked down 24 hours a day. A high in the feds, things are more serious. You know, somebody says something, it's going to be a sticking. There's not a lot of talking. Usually at the more serious institutions, the actual penitentiaries, the highs is just people they're on more serious time. You know, they're not really playing any games there. Rather, at a low or at a medium, you might get a pass on certain things. Weinstein, we ain't heard nothing about him, man. It'd be interesting to see if he does do any time. You know, Harvey, man, he just ducked under the radar, bro. I don't know how he did it. Well, I do know how he got them connections. Quad X, thanks for the donation. Much love as always. Incredible work rate. Big respect from Ireland, man. Hey, man, appreciate your support, brother. Badger is all good. You know what I mean? He's going to be on the show again real soon. You know what I mean? OG Badger, you know, he's doing his thing. What was the first food I craved when I got out? Actually, I craved anything that was not made in prison. My first place I went to was down the street from the penitentiary. In the next city, I had Taco Bell. And, you know, I pooped my guts out that night. And I also had a slice of pizza from a pizza spot on Hollywood Boulevard. But, I mean, I just wanted free food, man. Having free food was like, man, you know, something that wasn't cooked in a damn Tupperware bowl. People keep asking me about another individual. I'm not going to say their name. It's not my, I don't gossip, bro. If you want to know about that person, go ask them. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be speaking on people. This ain't a soap opera. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm not going to mention that person's name. If you guys want to know something about them, go ask them. I'm not going to speak on them. I don't know what their business is. FBI agent, thanks for the donation. Appreciate y'all. Of the dudes you met in prison, who had the longest and for how long? The dudes I met in prison, man, who had the most time, there was a dude in there. I think he had I want to say 4 or 5 lives, man. He had knocked one of the lights off, but he had still another maybe 3 or 4 lives with 100 years or something crazy, man. He was a Dominican cat, drug dealer. I don't know the particulars, but I'm assuming he had a bunch of bodies on his case. He used to chop it up with me though, man, and he was trying to get out of there. I mean, he had already been down probably 10 years, 12 years. I mean, and he was still fighting, trying to get those lights off, man. But he said he was balling back in the day, man, but they cracked his head, And I don't know the details. Guys like that don't talk about their case in detail. I just heard through the grapevine. Yeah, 5 life sentences. That's crazy. I mean, whoo, and the feds, I mean, yeah, for reals. Unless you must have, you must have had I don't know how many bodies on your case, man. Did you hear about the white cheerleader who gave birth in her bathroom, burned and killed the baby, buried it in the backyard, only served 6 months? Yeah, that's pretty sick, bro. I mean, I think there was somebody in the news recently, a female who killed her baby and she didn't get no time. So how does that add up? You know what I mean? She was traumatized, so they feel like she don't need to go to. I mean, damn, there's all these people who can't have kids. Why are you gonna kill the baby? Just go to the hospital and give it to somebody. You know what I mean? I mean, if you don't want the baby, damn, you know what I'm saying? You gonna kill the baby and you got all these people begging to try to adopt? Yeah, RICO is serious, man. They crack your head with RICO. And the thing is, man, if you don't have any bodies, and a lot of times it requires somebody to be cooperating, and in that link with the Tekashi thing, he was the weakest link. That's why they cracked him first, and basically everybody else had to take plea deals. If Tekashi wouldn't have told, he could have probably walked out of there with maybe 4 or 5 years tops. He wouldn't even been in there that long because everything was predicated on him telling the time wise. Even though they had video and certain things, they still need a collaborating witness. Yeah, somebody said Casey Anthony got away with killing her little girl. Yeah, sad, man. Hey, everybody, get a chance, share that LAD Bible post. Let's get that thing cracking, man. Is RICO an automatic life sentence? Not necessarily. I've seen some guys. RICO carries heavy time. I mean, if you're convicted in trial, yeah, but you could also take a deal. And the feds is all about making a deal. They'll take you and isolate you and play the mind games you ain't ever ready for. You thought you were playing games on the street. These dudes are professionals. They will have you so stressed out. They would think that your mama's telling on you. So, watch yourself, man. Don't put yourself in that predicament, man. It's a horrible predicament. Somebody said, they seen somebody who have hit pregnant women in traffic accidents and caused the miscarriage of their baby who got 18 years. Damn. I didn't serve time or freeway. I've never met him. I've heard about him, but I've never met him. I've heard of SPM, but I've never met him. South Park Mexican, I've never met him. Big Herc, do you have any news on Cali Yard, SNY integration in the GP? We just interviewed someone who's going to speak on that, but you know what, man? I'm not in prison. I don't care, man. Who cares? Who cares, man? Who cares what's going on them yards? It's a bunch of trash going on. All the actions on the streets. Go down to your local club. Go down to the beach, man. Look at all that coochie out there. That's where the action is. Go out there and look at all the people enjoying themselves and traveling. Go to the airport and go somewhere. That's where the action is. You guys, man, I tell you, you know, and a lot of guys want to talk all this about prison. I share stuff with you, but man, damn it, the action is on the streets. To hell with the prison yards, man. Go find out what's going on at your local beach, at your local hotspot. You know, man, don't worry about hanging out with a bunch of snitches, man, because that's what you're going to be around when you go to these damn yards, and now they got their own gangs. So stay up out of there, man. Damn S&Y yards, man, who gives that shit? It's all garbage. If you're smart enough to be watching this channel and you are able to somehow have, you know, control your life right now, do not go to prison, man. Stay out. Then you don't have to deal with any of the bull. Salute to Big Herc. I'm in the stock market as a result of fresh out. Hey, man, congratulations for you, man, getting your hustle on. You know what I mean? Stay out the way, man. It's too much out here, you know, to be worried about going to prison. No, I didn't compete in light weightlifting before the feds. I just worked out to stay in shape. Why is prison culture glamorized so much? Because of Hollywood, man. Hollywood and these damn videos, and people think, oh, man, you know, blah, blah, blah. Ain't nothing glamorous, man. It's more glamorous out here getting paper, man. Being successful. Having your kids at home so they can talk to you about life. That's more glamorous. Somebody said, would you ever interview a homosexual ex-con for the people who are so interested in cheek busting? Nah, man. I don't want to talk to some dude who's getting their cheeks blown out in prison. I don't need to have that conversation. You know, maybe some other channel will have that person on there and, you know, want to ask questions. I don't want to know about that, man. I don't want to, you know, hear about, you know, how that was taking place. I wasn't around that in prison. I seen somebody who I assume because of who their cellie was getting their cheeks busted, but I didn't witness any of that, and I don't want to even have any type of inside information about that, you know? So you guys is so fascinated with cheek busting, man. I don't get it, man, but it ain't nothing manly about, you know, a dude trying to take a straight guy's cheeks in prison. Ain't nothing manly about that. That's actually disgusting, you know, to try to force somebody into something. You know what I mean? That ain't, and if the prison doesn't do something about that, I would suggest that the person who is violated sue the prison. Tell their people on the street, man, bring a straight lawsuit. You have a right to be protected, man. It should nobody be pressuring somebody to take their butt cheeks. Man, that stuff is nasty, man. Ain't nothing cool about that. It's disgusting, man, for people to entertain another person, man, forcibly taking somebody's booty. Come on, man. A dude like that, I ain't had no conversation. You know what I mean? Big Herc, you inspired me to finish school. I think dropping out, but I got to get that legal money. Hey, man, that's right. Stay in school, man. Hey, I'm telling you, there's a lot of things I wish I would have did different. You know, I got onto a dark path, and I'm trying to keep you guys on a righteous path, but I'm telling you, prison, hey, that shit, I remember somebody was saying, one of these people were saying on one of these celebrity shows, I forgot what it's called. They're like, oh, prison, it's not that bad. You can work out, you can eat good food, you can get in shape, you don't have to, all the stuff. I mean, dude, how stupid are you? How stupid you can work out, play games, and eat good food. There is no damn good food in prison, man, unless somebody's stealing it for you. And you're not getting the best cut. You're not getting Ruth Chris. You're not getting Mastros. You're not getting Crustaceans, Nobu. So when these dumb people, man, on these talk shows talk about, if I went to prison, I would get in shape. I don't have to deal with this and that. You're a jackass. You know? I forgot the name of the show. that I was just watching, and it's one of these shows where these people talk about stuff, because they're talking about Felicity Huffman. Man, don't nobody really want to go to prison to hang out. You're stupid if you want to go to prison to hang out. Hang out on the damn streets, man. I'm a stepdad. My son's real father is in prison. What advice can I give him to stay away from the same path? He's got to want to do it, man. I mean, you can't force a person not to want to be a part of that life. All you can do is show somebody another way and let them make the choice. You cannot intimidate somebody into not doing it. Some people are just hard-headed. You know, some people, they just, you know, they're too involved, or they're too just in awe of that lifestyle. But exposure to other things in life will be the best thing you can do to keep somebody away from that life. You know, knowing that this person has life experiences. Crown Royal Cartel, thanks for the donation. Just showing love to the big homie. Thanks for everything you do. Hey, man, thank you, man. I appreciate the donation, man. You know, I'm just trying to do my part, man, because I didn't have no big brother, man, no OG telling me anything. I had to go to the penitentiary and, you know, find an OG in the pen, and that's a horrible place, man, to try to, you know, be mentored by somebody, man, when everybody's trying to prey on everybody in there. What needs to change with the American prison system? We need to bring humanity back into prison. And for people who are trying to program, they need to have programs. If you're showing effort and trying to be rehabilitated through college courses, home ec, trade, you should be able to go to a prison that specializes in that, and you don't have the all the fences and all that stuff. It's more humane. And if you get into a fight there, you're automatically, you get one warning and you're out. But there's no gangs. There's none of that stuff there. And then the people who want to gangbang, who want to act up, man, send them all to a prison where they can do that. Let them go be there and just hang out. But if you're trying to be rehabilitated, there should be prisons where they let people of all cultures go there to learn from each other and learn to intermingle. And it's not about there's no bunking based on race. You know, you're in a dorm and everybody works together, man. And that's how society is. It's not about white, black, Mexican. Society is a melting pot. Asian, you got Indian, you got Hispanic, you got, European, you got everything. And that's how they need. That's the only way they're gonna change it. That's the only way, man. Otherwise, you got these damn shot callers and people, telling these guys how they run their program, and it's just gonna perpetuate ignorance. Big Herc, was it easy to get back on your feet money-wise after prison? See you doing well. Can you talk about any struggles or advice you have for getting money? After I got out of prison, as far as struggles I had trying to get on my feet, my main thing was patience. Because in prison, you wait for everything. You have... everything is like, sit down and wait. And so when I got out, I was playing catch up and I was so excited. I wanted to do all these things, and I wanted to, tell my story and share with people. And a lot of times it was too much. A lot of people were intimidated. So I would say, pace yourself. Don't tell everybody your business right off the top. As far as making money, there's, I was personal training. I was doing sales. I was doing bodyguard work. I was, anything I could do to supplement my income. And I was just hustling, man. Warehouse work. And as far as making money, I was able to take care of myself. And then I had people who I did time with who helped me out with cars, money in my pocket. We looked out for each other. Big Herc, is it normal for two brothers to be in the same place? Just found out two childhood homies are locked up in Winslow, Arizona. Yeah. I was at a spot with These other than Spot, and they had two sets of brothers, 3 sets from Oregon and Washington. Yep, brothers. And then they had a guy and his dad there, and they didn't really even talk. Yeah, they're the guy and his dad there. There were the couple brothers, sets of brothers. Yeah, it's not beyond normal to see that. I swear every time I get into a situation, I feel like someone's trying me. All I say to myself is under camera and around witnesses. Then just smile to myself and keep it pushing. Hey man, that's a good mentality to have. That's a good attitude to have, because every time you do something, but let's believe somebody's got their camera out and everybody's going to tell on you and you're going to go down for something stupid. I've seen people, man, that, get caught up in situations and you got to outthink them, man. You got to be smart, man. So, hey, great actions on your part. Could you respond to the question? Thank you. I don't know what question you have, Sonny. I don't know what question you're talking about. Prisons should separate the ones that want to be animals regardless of race and the ones that want opportunity to excel. I agree. That's the only way they're going to reform their prisons, man. You have prisons where people aren't gang members or, ex-gang members who are trying to do better. They're actually taking required courses that help them so when they get out of prison, they're employable. Or, when I was in feds, you have people teaching real estate, how to start an LLC, how to build business credit, how to trade stocks, things that you can do on your own also. So I think, have maybe an entrepreneur class where people learn how to do certain entrepreneurial activities. All these things are things that these guys can do when they get out. How long did you date your wife before marrying her? Was she always accepting of you of being an ex-con and ex-porn star? We dated for a couple years prior to getting married. And, the thing about being an ex-felon is that people, when they see something, a lot of times people will Google you. So you can't lie about it. Right off the top, I didn't put my business out there. But, you Google my name, it pops up. I did porn. I robbed a bank. It is what it is. So I'm not going to duck my past. But, being honest is the best thing, because you're going to have people that are going to try to jump in your business. And that's just how it is, man. Somebody see you happy, they want to try to throw salt in the mix. If you commit a crime with a non-related partner, is it possible to end up in the same prison, or would they separate you? With a non-related, I don't understand that question. If you have a co-defendant, if he told, you're going to have a separate T. So if your co-defendant told on you, they'll probably send him to another institution so that you guys don't have conflict. Just curious, Big Herc, would you say federal inmates tend to be more intellectually oriented than state inmates? I haven't been in the state, but I would say that federal inmates generally probably have more financial knowledge because of just the level of crimes. You got politicians, you got white-collar guys, you have drug kingpins, you have people who are really making big moves in the feds. You have a few in the state, but most guys in the feds have been, they've been across all the states. They traveled. They've hustled all over, so they have a world of knowledge. And if you get in the ear of the right person, you can learn a lot. So that's the thing about the feds is picking up game from the OGs. And a lot of these guys, man, they're a book of knowledge. So let's get into the shout outs, man. I got to go to the gym, y'all. So I'm going to do these shout outs so I can go knock out some legs. Got to get this workout in. Shout out to Sacramento. Everybody from North Highlands, my old hometown. Shout out to Big Ant, Big Stu, Big Steve. Big things in the works. Shout out to Wifey. Shout out to Colorado State, San Antonio. Shout out to Super Chat member Josh and Jesus, Quad X. Shout out to Jerusalem, Austin, Texas, London, Irvine, Iran, Seattle. Shout out to Malibu, 703, Salinas, California, Fort Myers, Florida, Houston, Texas, Arvin, California. Never heard of that one. East Los Angeles, Fall Rivers, Massachusetts, Austin, Texas, Brawley, California, St. Lucia, Huntsville, Alabama, Fort Myers, Florida, Pacoima, 902, Canada, Caribbean, Big Bear, California. Oh, shit, I was up in Big Bear not too long ago. Manchester, UK, Colorado, Montreal, Rochester, New York, Atlanta, Pacifica, California, 780, Edmonton, Moscow, Russia, Tampa Bay, Florida, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, I think I said Dallas, Texas, Frisco, 415, Brixton, NYC, South Central LA, Boston, Massachusetts, Compton. Hey man, shout out to everybody who tuned in. Hope to see you guys at the meet and greet this weekend. If not, I'll catch you at the next one. San Pedro, South London. The next one I'm not sure yet, but I'll keep you guys posted. Make sure you go to Big Herc 916, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, and subscribe. Also subscribe to Fresh Out series, Fresh Out, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. So shout out to all y'all, man. Pennsylvania, Brooklyn, Downey. Hey, love y'all.